The first time I met Black Willa Warpa, he were lying on a pool table in a loud curry house covered with 3 other people's vomit. I liked the things he said. "Maybe you should welcome the new soul vision," he said to me, lying on the pool table and squinting up at me horrified face. "There isn't any noise," he added, "there's only music." Warpa were born in a small northern town, the kind of town where there's nothing to do but drink and fuck and fight. Warpa was small but very muscular. He was sort of ugly, at least in parts. He had a fearless, ugly father and a pretty mother. His father loved to drink and fuck and fight. Warpa fought from the age of 2. He had to grow up fast. From the age of 5 he was drunk whenever he needed to be, which was virtually all the time. When Warpa was 6 and drunk, he got into a fight with a big, strong 12-year-old neighbour, 6'3" tall, who hurled him to the ground so hard it jarred his teeth and his bones. Warpa got an axe and used it to split his neighbour in 2. It took him 3 blows. It hurt his neighbour quite a bit. He died, in fact, but recovered, so nothing more was said of it. When Warpa was 12 years old, he took to drinking in pubs. His favourite drinks were dry cider, cheap whiskey mixed with mushrooms and loud sounds. He stole cars and mashed them to pieces, driving them between pubs. At 13 years old, Warpa was cheated out of a drink by his mate Bart in a copper's pub, the Alexander, so he stabbed him to death with a knife he kept hidden in his boots against emergencies. He called it Adder, and he didn't give a tinker's cuss that he had to use it to kill Bart. He wiped it on Bart's stupid flared trousers and stuck it back in his boot. Bart recovered, though he never talked to Warpa again. He never talked to anyone much, actually, and he always had a strange dead look about him. He had to grow up fast. Warpa were happy drinking and fighting. He killed Edmund Porch the Vicar for lies about the law. He killed Oswald the Bad by kicking a pint glass through his jaw. He killed Shabby Eddie after a long feud, and 2 brothers called Alf who tried to stone him to death in a shopping centre. He killed the Home Secretary in a pub fight. But he recovered. He didn't give a shit for out. He signed on and stole cars and went to the pub. Black Willa would often shoplift all week shopping or booze or a telly just for the hell of it. If you are frozen with fear and in the dark, we'd say, don't you think it's better to step forward and risk a fall than to stay where you are till the fucking world ends? The king made him an outlaw. The day that happened, Warpa took a severed horse's head and set it on a hazel switch pointing towards London. It was a pole of insult, he said, to bring confusion to his enemies. The king took sick ahead, and his coppers couldn't lay their hands on Black Willa Warpa, choose how they tried. Black Willa Warpa would tear a copper's throat out with his teeth rather than be caught. He once killed 15 coppers and all their dogs too for trying to fit him up for selling ease. And when they recovered, he killed them again just to show he wasn't afraid of anything that walked, crawled or flew, which he wasn't. The papers called Black Willa a shiftless, single-parent, scrounging scumbucket. Warpa silenced them all using matches, empty beer bottles and petrol. They all recovered, though they had to be printed on sackcloth and smelled of ashes. The first sackcloth headline was, "I have nothing to unsay," says Black Willa Warpa. It was a bad day when Warpa killed the ghost. He killed a ghost that danced on slates and tore the bones from the bodies of its victims. Warpa killed the ghost because we asked him to, and because he was drunk. The fight went on from opening time to closing time, and Warpa finally killed him by mashing his head in a music machine. He knew it would be bad luck, and it was. He got the DTs every morning from then on and worried that his cock was small and became afraid of the dark. He was bitten by mad dogs and beaten by 10 policemen and often bought spliff that turned out to be oxo cubes or small chips of stones. The whole world screeched him. I heard he were killed in a car crash. I heard that as his car tore into a wall, Warpa stuck his head out of the window and shouted in a loud voice above the tearing and the grinding and the crashing, "There isn't any noise! There's only music!"